You know, you're already doing this. You just don't have the manual for it yet. Think about the last time you stubbed your toe. What happened? Your whole body jolted. Your breath sucked in. For a split second, the entire universe was that motherfucking toe. That is pressure. And what did you do? You probably didn't run away from your foot. You didn't scream at it. You useless piece of shit toe. No, you bent over. You held it. You breathed into the pain until the wave passed. That is your nervous system. For one brilliant, unconscious moment, staying open under pressure. It's a biological, neurological fact. Your body knows how to do this. It's wired for it. We're just applying that same principle to the emotional and psychic stubbed toes. The science of it's simple. Once you strip away the woo, your amygdala, that little almond-shaped alarm bell in your brain, is designed to scream threat and slam all the doors. Cortisol floods the system. You go into fight, flight, or freeze. That is your outdated fearware. It was brilliant software for running from saber-toothed tigers. It's fucking useless for handling your boss's shitty email or your mother's guilt trip. So the upgrade isn't about downloading some alien code. It's about teaching the prefrontal cortex, the wise, observant CEO of your brain, to gently take the microphone away from the panicking security guard. It's neuroplasticity. It's the hard scientific fact that what you practice, you become. Every time you choose to breathe instead of react, to observe the tension instead of be consumed by it, you're physically carving new neural pathways. You are quite literally rewiring your hardware. And where do you get the chance to practice? Not on a quiet mountaintop. That's a vacation. You get to practice in the goddamn spiritual boot camp of your daily life. That guy who cut you off in traffic, that's not a random asshole. That's Drill Sergeant Mirror. He's there to see if you'll still let a stranger hijack your nervous system. Your partner who knows exactly which button to push. That's your personalised, advanced level curriculum in staying open under fire. Hate them. You're just a student pissed off at the trigonometry textbook. Why do I need to learn this? It's stupid. But the universe, the ultimate teacher, it doesn't give a shit. The test is scheduled whether you studied or not. This is where karma gets simple. It's not some cosmic scorekeeper waiting to punish you. It's a feedback loop. A goddamn algorithm. Feed the loop. He yells, you yell back. She judges, you shrink. You feel fear, you run. That's you clicking yes. I want to subscribe to more of this shit. That's the loop. That's staying small. The consequence. You get the same lesson with a different face tomorrow and the next day and the next. Repetition. A life on fucking repeat. Break the loop. He yells, and you, for the first time, notice the tension in your jaw without becoming it. You feel the heat rise, but you also feel the breath beneath it. You don't react, you observe. Click. You just cancelled your subscription. That loop is broken. And what happens? You generate a different frequency, a calm, a stability. And that frequency, it's not passive, it's active. It heals rooms. Because when you walk in steady, It gives everyone else's nervous system permission to calm the fuck down. You become a walking, talking, anti-anxiety field. But you think you're afraid of them. The drill sergeants. Bullshit. You're afraid of your own graduation. You're afraid of what happens when you no longer get to blame the curriculum. When you have to stand up and be the one who's whole. That's terrifying. Because it means taking responsibility for everything. Not the blame, mind you. The responsibility. Your ability to respond from a place of choice, not chaos. So how do you do this in new ways? Let's get specific. The Monday morning meeting. Your colleague takes credit for your work. All fearware, seed, plot revenge, clam up, feel small, but the upgrade. Feel the punch in your gut. Acknowledge it. There's the pressure. My system's feeling threatened. Breathe into that specific sensation. Let it be there. Don't feed it with stories. Just hold the pressure. Watch as the need to do something about it right now shifts. Later, from that calm frequency, you can respond with a simple, powerful, I'd like to add to that. As it was a key part of my findings. You didn't avoid the conflict. You met it from a place of wholeness. The family dinner. Your aunt makes the same passive-aggressive comment. All firmware. Eye roll. Retort. Resentment. The upgrade. See her as a fragment waiting to come home. Her comment isn't about you. It's a reflection of her own disowned insecurity. Her own fearware. Your job isn't to fix her. Your job is not to let her outdated program infect yours. You can smile. You can even miraculously feel a flicker of compassion for the scared part of her that needs to do this. You break the loop. You stop the karma. This is the big picture. The 8 billion mirrors. It's not a curse. It's the most efficient delivery system for enlightenment ever devised. Every single interaction is a chance to see a disowned part of yourself. Your own anger, your own pettiness, your own fear, staring back at you, offering you the chance to say, there you are, welcome home. The line between hate and fear is just where love hasn't been learned. Hate is just fear with a narrative. Fear is the raw signal. Love, in this context, isn't a sentimental feeling. It's the capacity of the system to hold it all without breaking. It's the bandwidth. It's the upgraded software that can process high-intensity data without crashing. So let's install this. You can just listen. And your unconscious mind, which is far smarter than your conscious, complaining mind, knows exactly what to do with this. And you might notice a feeling, a sense of something settling, a new clarity, like a system reboot that's been needed for a long, long time. And you can begin to realize that every time you feel that familiar clench, that tightening in the chest, the rise of heat, you can recognize it now not as a threat, but as the starting bell, the beginning of a new round in your training. And you can take a breath, a deep conscious breath, and in that breath you create a space, a tiny pocket of universe where nothing is happening except awareness. And in that space you're not reacting, you're choosing. And with that choice you're upgrading in real time, from a creature that's pushed by its environment to a creator that pulls coherence from chaos. The firmware is being uninstalled line by line, and the new code, the code of openness, it's compiling itself, and it feels like remembering something you always knew, a quiet power, a stability that doesn't come from things being easy, but from you being able to handle the pressure to stay open, to become so whole that nothing human is foreign to you. And that wholeness, that's your birthright. That is your graduation. Now go, the boot camp is waiting. And you're no longer just a recruit. You're the instructor in disguise for yourself and for everyone else who's still asleep in the loop. Time to wake up.